Takes Radio Company presents another adventure with Gary in the Transplant Zone podcast. That's right, the Transplant Zone. And today, happy birthday to Gary on this 2nd of November. But you know what? He's in the hospital waiting on his birthday. Greetings, my friends, once again. This is Stan, and I'm the leader of the Transplant Zone, but the host, the guest, of course, the one who is in the Transplant Zone himself, Gary. And today, the Sunday afternoon, November 2nd, as we put this together, this is Gary's birthday. Now, he didn't make it to church today, because last Monday, after going to church, he went to the hospital at Duke, and they discovered that they are ready. And so they put him in the hospital for the entire week, and he's going to be there as long as possible till they actually can find a heart for him. So that's where he is at today. He's in the hospital waiting for a heart transplant. Now, of course, that will be a very happy day for him. But, you know, Gary is so sensitive, he knows that his happy day will also come at the expense of somebody who will have a very, very difficult day. A family. Someone will have a rough time. And that's part of the agony and the ecstasy of the business that we're in. That is helping people who are in the transplant zone. So this is where he is at. He is at the hospital, and we're going to follow him all the way through, and we want to hear from you. This is to help people all around the world who are awaiting a transplant, going right through the procedure, as they sometimes call it, and then living afterwards. And of course, once you're in the transplant zone, it's a life adventure. And so we are here to help that be something that will work well for many people. So, happy birthday, Gary. Yeah, he never thought he would make it this far, but by God's grace and the wonderful people who have helped him and served him and have ministered to him through medicine, he's awaiting a heart transplant. He's been on a lot of drugs lately as they keep him balanced out, but he did take a few minutes just to say, I want to greet my friends, particularly at my church. Peace Church, Peace Presbyterian. Those are the people who have served him so well throughout his life in the church. And he is a faithful member, along with his family, at that church. And so he wanted to thank them for their prayers, and he wanted to greet them. And he also wanted them to know a little bit of where he's at, and also to ask them to continue to pray for him. So very briefly for this Sunday afternoon, flowing into next week, Gary is in the transplant zone, and he continues to wish you all the best, and we wish him all the best. Thoughts and prayers for Gary this week in the transplant zone. Here's just a word from Gary.
Hey guys, this is Gary Register, and I'm talking to Peace Church. I'm doing a podcast up there just to let you know how I'm doing. I'm going to be here probably, don't know, till I get a heart. So they're not going to let me come home. If you want to call me or anything, you're welcome to. But I have started a transplant zone. And this is to encourage people to donate organs, and also for the transplant people to be able to talk about their experience. So basically, I'm going to do this all throughout the transplant. I'm not going to show any gross details like when they open me up, because I can't do my wife's smiling. I think that would be too gross. But anyway, I'll talk about it, send you pictures, and try to encourage you. And never give up no matter what. And the Lord told me one day, he said, Gary, he said, why are you trying to figure out who's a believer and who isn't? And I said, well, I thought that was a good thing. And he said, why are you trying to do my job? So just remember this, that we're not to do his job. He's going to serve them out because he can look at their heart. So I'm going to go. I've got a 2-minute warning. And as you know, I like to talk. So anyway, if you want to call me, my number is 919-244-6043. And I was told I had to wear a shirt because I was scaring everybody with the LVAD and all the wires and stuff like that. But anyway, God bless you and talk to you later. Bye-bye.